As the Minnesota Vikings are filling the coffers and filling out that 90-man roster via free agency and the NFL draft, a handful of Vikings veterans, already in a little bit of trouble. So here are 5 Vikings vets on the rooster bubble already. Yes, and also people get really mad when we say rooster. It's from Major League 2. Look it up. Anyways, number 1, defensive end JALYN HOLMES. Yeah. With Daniil back, Stephen Weatherly back, and DJ Wanham ascending, as well as Kenny Willekes. Come on, Johnny Tryhard, as well as rookies TBD to be added. This might be it for the 2018 4th-round pick out of the Ohio State University as he heads into a contract year. And he's been given opportunities. He has. Last year, he played a career-high 617 snaps. He was actually starting in place of Daniil after he got tweaked in training camp before the Vikings traded for Yannick the freaking Ngakoue. But last year during the regular season, he only generated 19 pressures and 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell sacks. He only has 1 sack for his career over 3 seasons. So, his $920,000 base salary is not guaranteed. The Vikings would net off around $260,000 in cap space on the top 51 by moving on. Next up, Vikings veteran number 2, who is already a little bit of trouble, guard Drew Samia. Yes. Now, I had high hopes for Samia coming out of Oklahoma in 2019. The Sooners had one of the best offensive lines in college football, but okay. He was a 4th-round pick. He just has too many leverage and balance and anchoring issues, but other than that, he's really, really good. So he took over and started 4 games last year after Pat Elflein had the mysterious practice injury, and then Samia went on to be the worst guard in the National Football League, or up there. His 33.1 PFF grade was 130th, 132 qualifying guards. Also, he allowed 14 pressures, 3 sacks, and had 4 penalties. Really melted down that Seattle game. And then he had a mysterious practice injury, and then Ezra Cleveland came in. So that's how it works sometimes. And the Vikings, as they're adding O-line in the draft and maybe free agency, they could eventually squeeze him out on the interior, especially if Oli Udoh gets a chance at guard. Same thing with Kyle Hinton. The Vikings would save $665,718 by moving on. Next up, Vikings veteran number 3. That's in a little bit of trouble. Quarterback Jake Browning. Now, he's a 2019 UDFA out of Washington. I like Jake Browning. They threw a decent UDFA bonus to land him. He was a 2016 Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year. And I said, if he was able to declare in 2017, he's only a sophomore in 2016, I think he would have been a 1st-round pick. He may have been the first quarterback taken in the Mahomes, Trubisky, Deshaun Watson draft, which is crazy. But he had 2 more meh years in Washington, and they end up going undrafted. Now, he had some shoulder issues, and also he has never really gotten a shot with the Vikings. He only played 42 preseason snaps as a rookie. Obviously, none last year. He certainly has not appeared in a regular season game. He's been a fixture of the practice squad. And with the Vikings potentially bringing back Sean Mannion, as well as you have 7th-rounder Nate Stanley from last season in the mix, and maybe the Vikings actually use one of their 11, draft picks on a quarterback. Browning could be the odd man out, which is unfortunate because, again, we haven't really opened his box and seen what the hell he's about. So he is Schrodinger's QB. He earns a league minimum of $660,000 as of right now. Does not count on the top 51. Next up, Vikings veteran number 4, who's in a little bit of trouble, cornerback Mike Hughes. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but the number 30 overall pick in the 2018 draft looks like an injury bust. So he had that ACL as a rookie. Then he's had multiple neck issues over the last 2 years. That's taken him out of commission. But, yeah, it sucks because he still does have a ton of potential. I think that he has a chance to be a great slot cornerback. And he's only 24 years old, by the way. He's younger than Jeff Gladney. But with Dantzler, El Jefe, Harrison Hand, Patrick Peterson, Chris Boyd, all in the mix, and potentially adding more cornerback depth in the draft, Hughes could be deuces. Or you could do what we've advocated as he heads into the contract year. They're certainly not picking up his 5th-year option. Turn him into a return specialist. Because he is phenomenal returning punts and kicks. That's the best part of his game. Vikings would have to eat some dead cap if they moved on, $1.962 million, him being a 1st-round pick, but they would free up $1.178 million in space. Mike Hughes actually has the 13th highest cap hit on the team, which is kind of crazy. Lastly, Viking number 5, that's in a little bit of trouble, punter BRITTON COLQUITT. Yeah, this one hurts because he recently took a pay cut to stay on the team. They would have cut him if he said no anyway. But they reworked his deal, and it does not include any guarantees. So even though I love COLQUITT, Last year, he was in the bottom of the league in all the major statistical punting categories. Part of that was special teams being booty, but part of that is that Colquitt's leg is starting to go. And the Vikings should and could bring in competition on the 90-man rooster, whether that's a veteran free agent, whether that's a UDFA punter, so whatever. And since his $1.075 million base salary is not guaranteed, it's up in the air. So there you go. But that's it. That's 5 Vikings veterans that are already on the roster bubble. What are your thoughts? Who should be added to the list? Who should be taken off? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.